Okay, graphing linear inequalities. So, something like that we want to graph. And it's not as bad as it looks, or what you guys might think. So, we're going to graph it the same way that we would graph a regular line. So y is less than x plus 2. We'd graph y equals x plus 2. And the main thing here we're going to notice is this is a dotted line like this. Ooh. Okay. I can't really see that. And this here, these symbols are a solid line. And there's shading involved too. So we'll go over how to do that. Alright, so let's look at the example that they gave us. So y equals x, y is less than x plus 2. So when we graph something, we have two things we should be looking for: our slope and our y-intercept. This is our slope, and this is our y-intercept. So in our equation, my slope here is 1, or 1 over 1. That tells me how much I go up and over. And then my y-intercept is 2, where I cross the y-axis. So let's look at this. So I'm going to graph this line. So I start with plot y-intercept. Right? So I go over to 1 to up to 2 on the y-axis right here. Actually, let's not do yellow there. Plot 2 on the y-axis. Yep. And then I'm going to use my slope and go up 1 over 1, which is right here. It's kind of hard to draw it on here, but there it is. Now, I'm going to draw my line. Now this has since it is less than, my line is going to be dotted. That's not going to work. And now you're going to see, pick a point. So I pick usually, it can't be on the line. So I'm going to pick this point right here, 0, 0, because it's the easiest. So I'm going to pick this point, 0, 0. What does that mean? I'm going to plug in that's my x, and this is my y, and I'm going to see if I get a true statement. So is 0 less than 0 plus 2? 0 less than 2, check. So that's where I'm going to shade. So I shade the area here. And another way to look at this is, our original graph was y is less than x plus 2. So, less than, and look, we shade below the line, right? You guys can see that I'm shading down here. So, just keep that pattern in mind. Here's a completely different way. Well, we did most of this, so we tested the same point. Nice and neat. Alright, so let's identify your M and your B. Identify your slope and your y-intercept. So, and remember that's a solid line. Alright, I'm going to erase that so it's not confusing. So those are my 2 big points. So let's go graph this. Before I go graph, one way, if you're ever unsure, you can always make a table to graph, right? So this is one way to graph it if you're unsure how to use it. So I'm going to go graph it the way that we normally do, though, with our M and our B. So and I just noticed something that the problem changed by accident, so I must have put in the wrong one. So for this one, just so people don't get confused, M equals 1/6 and B equals 3. So let's go plot that, starting at B. So down 1, 2, 3, 1 on the y-axis. This is my y, this is my x. Okay, and now slope tells top numbers up and down and bottom numbers left and right. So I'm going to go up 1 and over 6. So there are my 2 points. Now you're going to make a solid line because this is different too. Sorry guys, this problem changed. So it's dotted line because it's greater than. And greater than is going to shade up here. Why? Let's look at an example where we take a point. So if you pick 0, 0 right here, which is not on the line. So I messed up on this thing. I was still thinking of the other problem. This needs to go up here because of +3. Oh my god, why is this being so difficult right now? Because this is +3. So now I would shade this way. And then let's look at the next example where I realized I was wrong. So 0, 0, and you plug it in, and you're going to get a false answer. So here are the steps. They usually use 0, 0 because those are the easiest numbers. Can't use it if your line is on that though. Alright, so there are the steps. More information on graphing linear inequalities. You just need to remember these steps. So try this one on your own. So solve. If you're not sure how to do it, solve for y. So to solve for y, we do this. And now graph your point and test the point, and it is y is less than or equal to. So less than. So less than or equal to is below. Alright? So go down. So this is what we'll be doing next class, going over 2 of these and how to try that.